Breaking news tonight in Ann Arbor, high tensions at a pro-Palestinian protest as demonstrators clash with police. This happened earlier this evening at the University of Michigan. It comes amid high tensions at several college campuses across the country. Protests have since dispersed on U of M's campus, but we do continue to monitor the situation. Stay with Fox 2 on air and online for updates. Also tonight, yet more trouble for a former Warren City councilman, and it could just affect his campaign for sheriff.
Now, he's accused of carrying a concealed weapon, the latest of his many run-ins with the law. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack has the story.
We have been covering former Warren City Councilman Eddie Kabaczynski since 2020 when he made a citizen's arrest at a Trump rally, arresting a woman with handcuffs he regularly carries with him. As he's coming at her with those cuffs, there's a chase, then she fires back with silly string. Even by 2020 standards, that was a weird story. Played out in an East Point neighborhood, a woman putting up Black Lives Matter signs during the Trump rally. It was enough for Kabaczynski, who was a sitting councilman at the time, to arrest her.
Do you think it warranted a citizen's arrest?
No, I really don't.
He said he could make the arrest because he's prior military police. Remember that nugget for later.
Councilman Kabaczynski?
Yes.
The councilman is under that gas mask. It's video from a council meeting back in April when he was poking fun at the mask mandate. This was Kabaczynski's pandemic look during council meetings, rolling right into 2021. At another Trump rally, Kabaczynski charged for selling black market goods in Utica. The former Warren City Council president fielded a lot of questions back then about booting him off council.
People have asked us, what can we do? Can you remove him? No, we can't.
It brings us to present day.
In plain view, they observed a handgun, a small revolver on his hip.
Warren police officers on patrol this week spotted a cracked windshield and expired plate near the PD. Behind the wheel, Kabaczynski, pistol on his hip and those infamous handcuffs.
They asked him about it. He indicated that he believed he was allowed to carry it under LEOSA, which is the Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act.
That allows former police and military to carry a license similar to a concealed pistols license.
He presented an ID card saying he was retired from the U.S. Army Reserves, but the card he presented was expired.
The former councilman turned himself in this week on a weapons felony in full military uniform, given no special treatment.
The only thing that changes the circumstances, we know that because of his being an elected official, that the news is going to call.
And of course we did. Now, Eddie Kabaczynski was given a $5,000 cash bond, and right now throughout this case he cannot carry a firearm. Warren police say they are still investigating the legitimacy of that prior military career. Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Well, turning to weather now, get ready for a warm weekend, which is good news.
Well, we're hearing there's a chance for showers somewhere in there, but hopefully, Stephanie, not for long.
Yeah, no, I do think we have a lot of dry time as we head through the day, Saturday and Sunday. But as you mentioned before, we do have that chance of a spotty shower or thunderstorm kind of popping. But again, ample dry time. Low 60s right now in Detroit, 61, 67 Fort Wayne, mid 50s, if not upper 50s in Chicago, 54 in Marquette. So pretty much seeing everybody either 50s or 60s this evening. The only difference is some are feeling a little bit better than others. And where we see dew point readings in the 30s and 40s, that means drier air is in place. Usually when we see 50s or 60s, slightly muggy, a little uncomfortable heading into the overnight, but nothing oppressively humid by any means. We have a few showers and thunderstorms developing right now in the Plain States. They are seeing some severe weather with this. Luckily, we are dry and quiet for right now. And even heading into this upcoming weekend, we're not necessarily tracking any severe weather chances, especially late tomorrow into early Sunday morning. Now that's when we have our best chance for picking up on some rain. Note timing on this 2 a.m. very isolated in nature. Again, not everyone's going to pick up on this rain chance, but it is there. 56 degrees for an overnight low tonight. Out the door early tomorrow morning. We'll be in the mid 50s for a good chunk of it, and then eventually 60s as we approach your early lunch hour. So by around 11 o'clock or noon. 75 tomorrow for our forecasted high. More spotty shower chances, I think, especially during the evening hours. Daytime hours as a whole, I think, staying mainly dry. And we remain in the mid 70s by Sunday, too. Morning shower, and then we salvage the afternoon. So here's our Fox Futurecast model tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. For the most part, mainly dry. But you do notice these showers that are kind of popping around the state. No timing on this, 10:30, 11 o'clock. So if you have any Saturday evening plans, maybe have a radar in your back pocket. The Fox 2 weather app's always a good tool, especially if you're out and about. And then early Sunday morning, much of the same. Once the system exits, though, we salvage the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and into Monday as well, with plenty of sunshine. So it's not going to be an all-day rain. Unsettled weather continues through much of next week, too. So Tuesday into early Wednesday, and then potentially Thursday into the end of the week next week, but not having much of an impact on our temperature. So we remain in the 70s well into Wednesday, even Thursday into Friday. With those rain chances, we're in the low to middle 70s.
Those charges are very serious. There's multiple life offenses.
An accused sexual predator has been charged. 39-year-old Mario Davis allegedly abducted a woman at gunpoint in Detroit before sexually assaulting her at a home in Fraser. We're told the alleged victim is still recovering. Police believe there could be more.
It's barbaric. Most people don't take people from one area, bring them to another area for purposes of sexually assaulting them. And it kind of disturbs me because what was the purpose of all this? What was the thought process?
Now, Davis is being held at the Macomb County Jail on a $500,000 bond. Well, the prosecution continues to build its case against a Lenawee County man accused of murdering his wife.
And it was day 3 of their preliminary hearing for Dale Warner. He's charged with open murder and tampering with evidence in the case involving his wife, Dee Warner, who disappeared 3 years ago. Now, several witnesses taking the stand today, including Dee Warner's massage therapist. She saw bruises that Dee said that she got during a fight with her husband. The court also hearing from Dee's former assistant, who said that she spoke about her troubled marriage and also buying a lake house.
We didn't specifically talk about divorce. More, she used the words of leaving him. Okay. She told me that it was like a way to escape or like a safe haven or...
Did she use those specific words with you?
Yes, she did.
5 witnesses taking the stand today. The hearing will decide if there's enough evidence to send the case to trial. It resumes on June 6th.
A man accused in the brutal rapes of 2 elderly Dearborn women in court today, where it was determined he will stand trial. The alleged attack happened on March 17th in a neighborhood near Southfield Road and Outer Drive. Michael Holcomb allegedly broke into their home, beat the 2 elderly women, and sexually assaulted them. In a separate case, Holcomb is charged with the sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl in Allen Park, and that crime happening just hours before the attack in Dearborn.
Still so appalling to hear those allegations against him. A Detroit gas station, Taryn, has been shut down, accused of letting kids buy vape products.
A community effort is cracking down on several local businesses. Fox News' Camille Amiri reports.
We definitely need to thank the city of Detroit and the Detroit Police Department.
The Sunoco gas station on Schoolcraft near Southfield Road shut down for allegedly selling vape products to minors.
It's very addictive, it's highly addictive, and they are disguising these things like they look with flavors that's enticing to children.
You know what? That can be like a gateway drug. Believe that, like a gateway.
For those who dare to sell poison to children is unacceptable in this city and every city.
A group of community leaders working to get those businesses shut down, and they're succeeding. 3 different tobacco shops and now this gas station.
It has been a resounding response.
In February, a Detroit hookah location busted for selling marijuana to a minor.
So this is really about us as a community, as concerned citizens, standing up and saying no more. We're just not going to allow you to intentionally and knowingly, sell poison through your business, to our children without consequence and repercussion.
We have to look out for them when they're in our presence, and especially when they're not in our presence. Our businesses, we expect the very best from our businesses, where our children walk freely in and out of their doors without the supervision of a parent.
The group determined, getting results and sending a message.
We want other businesses to be on notice that we may be coming to you next.
In Detroit, Camille Amiri, On the Edge.
They're either bringing them to school to sometimes sell, but more likely to just share.
It may look like candy, but don't be fooled. Detroit Public Schools sounding off about a growing problem with marijuana-laced gummies. The district reporting more than 1,700 incidents of students with gummies and vape pens from 2021 to 2023. Superintendent Dr. Nikolai Vitti cracking down while also calling out lawmakers to act.
We're going to inspect bags. We're going to send robocalls and, make messages frequently in school day about the harms of taking marijuana, underage, about parents checking their children's bags, securing marijuana in their house.
The gummies cause the students to hallucinate, according to Vitti. Other symptoms can include dizziness, vomiting, and a rapid heart rate.
Fans taking in some wrestling action this evening at the Big Pink on Detroit's west side. This was the kickoff for Fiesta Detroit, a three-day celebration for Cinco de Mayo, which is Sunday. Organizers have planned out a weekend combining Latin music, art, and culture.
We have wrestlers from Mexico, we have wrestlers from El Paso. We're doing a traditional lucha match, and we have multiple matches. Also, we have art, music, culture. We have tacos from Mama's Kitchen. We have Fiesta vibes here, DJing tonight. And then after Lucha Boom, we're going to transfer into Fiesta House.
Wow, what a cool celebration. Fiesta Detroit resumes tomorrow. The main event is Sunday with a block party at L Club in Southwest Detroit.